All right, feedback coming in regarding the Red Wings, and we were talking about, hey, this stretch of games, what does it mean? And when you look at it, it's 3 in a row. It's 2 cup contenders. The scoreboard says they don't belong on the same ice. If you watch the games, it might look a little different to you because there were good swaths of play where it absolutely looked like they belong on the same ice. But the reality is they've lost these 2 games by an 11-2 count to Florida and Colorado. We also gave you the data that is very important. Last year, the Wild Cards beat 2 1 seeds. They went 2-2 in the first round. A Wild Card team made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. 2 years ago, Wild Cards went 0-4. But then maybe the most encouraging thing is that back in 2019, the Wild Cards went 4-0. Now, there's various reasons as to why, but we all know this. Any hockey fan knows this. You get in, you got a chance. The eyeball test, Red Wings failed it in the last week. But we should know better, right?
Well, yeah, because a week and a half ago, they weren't failing.
A week and a half ago, we said they looked like they could skate with anybody. So here's the feedback we've got. Now's the time to trade Dylan Larkin. He's soft and not a superstar by no means. Plus, his salary sucks. Send him to the Ducks for Adam Henrique and a draft pick. Next text. There's not a playoff team.
Henrique just get traded.
They're not a playoff team. Close, but not close enough. This road trip will finish them off. Dump Larkin. Are these separate? Are these from separate numbers? Separate phone numbers?
I don't get people. He's their best player.
On top of that, do you think maybe they would have played better and been in the game a little bit longer with 20 minutes ice time for Dylan Larkin? Stevie's done a great job under the circumstances, but hasn't drafted well beyond round 1.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I keep cautioning people. I think the next 2 years are going to be years where we are going to see the roster flooded with Steve Yzerman draft picks.
Yeah, and I mean, look, they just got rated, the second best organization in terms of their minor league talent. Now, maybe that's because everybody else's minor league talent is good enough to play in the men's league. The Red Wings did some things, though, this offseason that blocked some playing time.
Yes.
They signed and acquired some veterans that probably has kept some people in Grand Rapids longer than you might have otherwise expected. But 248-539-9797. Let's get back to your open line calls. Dave, you're next on 97.1 The Ticket. Hi, Dave.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
Going great.
Pretty excited. I've never gone to an away game for any of our teams, but my wife and I and 2 other couples are flying out tomorrow to go to the game in Vegas on Saturday night.
Wow. Vegas, huh?
Yeah, why not, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of reasons why you would go to Vegas, and this is it's going to be fun.
There you go. And so up until, obviously, these last 2 games, we've all been on cloud 9 and talking about not an if anymore, but when we go to the playoffs. So I don't think my confidence has waned that much. I don't know if losing these last 2 games has changed what Stevie Y would do by tomorrow. Maybe he has to look at that really hard now and say, I'm not ready to mortgage the future because we're not quite there yet.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't – it looks like some big moves to start. Like right when we got off the air, Middlestat got traded. Tarasenko went yesterday. There's still some guys out there. There hasn't been any movement with Gensel yet, right? So
absolutely,
yeah, there are some players that could still get dealt if they wanted to go big. And yes, by the way, Gator Henrique got traded to Edmonton. Long story short is I'm going to guess that he makes a minor move as an ad up front, and he moves a blue liner for a draft pick, and we see Simon Edmondson. That would be my prediction.
And I would be so happy to see that. Have a great afternoon and a great weekend, gents.
Yeah,
Thank you.
enjoy. And I'm in Vegas, you might be with a lot of Wings fans. My God, there were Wings fans at that game last night.
It sure looked like a lot.
It's just a reminder of this. This organization still has some swag in the league that when they get just a little bit good. I mean, I'm not going to say it was a takeover, but on TV, Red Wing fans, we heard you.
I didn't expect that in Colorado. I mean,
No.
expect that Arizona, Anaheim, L.A., Vegas, I expect that there's going to be a huge Red Wing contingent, despite the fact that Vegas is very successful. It's just, you get so many people just coming through. I could see it, like people planning a trip to go to Vegas so that they can watch the Red Wings play there as well. But I didn't expect that in Colorado.
Nope.
That was pretty great.